In De La Cruz. Today's date is February 11, 2018, and I will be showing you axial and appendicular skeleton. I will start off with axial skeleton, which is the anterior skull. You will see here the nasal bone, which is right here. Sphenoid would be right on this side. Lacrimal would be the tear duct, and right beside it is going to be the ethmoid. Next up would be number 5, which is zygomatic. Number 6, maxilla. The mandible. Frontal bone, which is the forehead. And there's a small bone right inside the nose right here, which is called the vomer. I will show you the posterior skull. This part right here is the occipital. On the top portion, these two are called parietal. On the side is the temporal. Up next is the vertebral column. Here on top is the atlas, and right below is the axis. Cervical vertebra would be from the atlas. You have to count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So until here is the cervical vertebra. The tailbone is called coccyx. Cervical lumbar vertebra would be right here. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sacrum would be this part, which is the buttocks. Thoracic vertebra is the longest, so you have to count from below the cervical vertebra, 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So up to here. Next up would be the thoracic cage. This part is the body of the sternum. This is called the false ribs because it's not actually directly connected to the sternum. That's why it's called the false ribs. The floating ribs, which is these two, the 11th and the 12th rib, and they're not connected to the sternum. The true ribs, which are connected to the sternum, are from here, and there are 7 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we'll move to appendicular bones. We'll start off with pectoral, girdle, and upper limbs. So you will see here, this one's the clavicle. The longest bone in the arms is called the humerus. This is called the ulna. This is called the radius. And this one, the flat bones that are connected to your shoulders, are called scapula. Next, we'll move on to the hand and wrist bones. Let me just settle it in. So we'll start off with the capitate, which is this part. It's kind of hard to see. And this one's the hamate, right beside it. And then the next one is gonna be the lunate, which is right below the capitate. And then the scaphoid is gonna be right here. Sesamoid is gonna be on the thumb. Trapezium is gonna be this part. Metacarpals are these ones. So the second digit to the fifth digit, that's a metacarpal. And then here on the first digit, this is the metacarpal. The phalanges are these. And then the pisiform is gonna be right here. And the trapezoid is gonna be on the thumb. Then we'll move to pelvic, girdle, and lower limbs.